Now, we just checked, and McKee is still being held in the Winnebago County Jail in Illinois.
Yeah, now the plan is to extradite him to Ohio. 10 TV's Carly Dion is live with what else we're learning tonight about McKee. Carly?
Well, Jeff and Yolanda, I'm at the Franklin County Jail on Fisher Road, which is where we expect officers to bring McKee once he's brought back to Ohio. Now, earlier tonight, I spoke with a woman who lives in the same building as McKee in Chicago, and she shared with me how she heard about what happened and how she knew him.
When I first met him, it was any ordinary person moving into the building.
Geraldine Kolaric has lived at the Pierre in Chicago since the 80s and always introduces herself to new residents. She says she first met McKee after he moved in last summer.
He was very pleasant, very nice.
That was the extent of their interactions. But last Saturday, on her way to a party, she noticed a news van parked in front of her building.
I looked at it, I said, "What are you guys here for? Are you here for the Packer game stuff at the restaurant or what?" And I was told that the person that is connected to the Ohio murders lives here.
But when she heard the name of the suspect, it didn't sound familiar until...
And the reporter went into his cell phone and showed me the picture, and I said, "Oh my God, I know the guy."
McKee lived 2 floors above Kolaric. After management of her building sent out a memo that day notifying residents there would be police presence inside the building, she took several videos of what she saw.
Did a little walk up there, and I was stopped by a detective, and I asked him, I said, "Are you from Ohio, Columbus?" And he said, "Yes." And I looked over there, and he said, "Are you trying to take a picture?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "Don't." But I did see the door open. I did see them carrying out stuff, clothing, and so on, and putting them into boxes.
Kolaric says some of her neighbors have been on edge ever since they heard the news.
The residents at the Pierre were a little jumpy here, I'll tell you that. A lot of residents are a little jumpy. And I had one resident say to me, "I never locked my door, but I am now."
This incident serving as an important reminder.
You never really know who you're talking to. And you never know what is going on in their mind.
Now, as for when McKee will be here, court documents from Illinois show he will not be able to be extradited by Monday, so it is expected to happen sometime after that. Live from the Franklin County Jail, Carly Dion, 10 TV News.